and one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild on Airy Peak Convert to Raid. With you as always is Salmisis the Shaman, Belschnickel the Priest,
and Cuddles the Brewmaster.
It's about to get real.
And welcome to episode 74 of the Converted Podcast, the podcast for the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is February 15th, and we would like to thank you for tuning into our show. I am Cuddles, and with me this evening is Belschnickel.
Hello, everybody.
And Sal.
In this episode, we have Doktorpope is here to talk about Team Warfront. We are talking mythic rating tonight, folks. Nate and Turner are here with the Guild Haps, and CTR and AIE together at last.
Oh, and that's sweet. That's good. That's good.
And with that, we turn to our dear friend Belschnickel for an update on him.
Dude, it has been a crazy couple weeks. I was accused on Twitter for not even playing video games anymore by a Spencer HD. So I had to make up for that, and I gamed hard the last 2 weeks. It's been a couple weeks full of victory and bitter defeat. I'll start with the victory. We've got Overwatch back. That's a beautiful thing. Plenty of victory. Mercy, dude. When you're lined up with Mercy, man, dropping the heals on a Bastion who's doing work as you're hiding behind a post, when you're healing and boosting that dude as you're wreaking havoc on a spot you're defending, dude, it is just a glorious, glorious feeling. So that is the victory. And the defeat, dude, is I lost my hardcore character in Diablo.
Oh.
Dude, it was a seasonal hardcore.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's a seasonal hardcore. I'm going against Belial, right? I'm doing my thing. I'm working. I think I'm in Torment 3 at the time. Dude, I forgot about the enrage timer on Belial. So I get killed by an enrage timer on a hardcore character. What in the ever-loving crud is that?
Wow.
Like enrage timer. Are you kidding me? Should there be an enrage timer when you're playing a hardcore character? I mean, what the crap? But anyway, I'm not bitter.
What level was it?
It was a 70. Paragon, whatever, 50. You know. It hurt. You know, a little. I'm not bitter today. I might have been a little bit sadder then. But it's cool, whatever. But yeah, no, whatever. I don't even want to talk about it no more. I'm starting to get a little worked up. But yeah, listen, man, Overwatch is back. We're having fun with that. I'm playing a ton of Diablo, playing Hearthstone still. I even got Tomb Raider, dude. I got a new video card. And it came with Tomb Raider, the new one, the new Tomb Raider.
Ooh.
Dude, that game is awesome. The graphics
like
are
it?
sick, dude. Yes.
Right on.
I mean, I used to play Tomb Raider back in the day, you know, back in the early days of Tomb Raider. And, dude, it's back, man. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful looking game. It's Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's really nice. But other than that, man, just gaming a little bit, you know, and having fun, man. Having fun.
Is Lara Croft actually like inside of tombs this time?
Yes, and she's younger. She's younger. And it's really good. It's really, really good. I'm enjoying it. I haven't played Tomb Raider since like Tomb Raider 2 or 3. So it's been a while, but yeah, it's fun. It came with the video card. So yeah. But anyway, whatever. So what have you been up to, Cuddles? I'm sorry, but you know, it rolls off the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like right there. I like it.
That's our pet name for Cuddles.
It's
like
Cuddles, though, for the record, man. What's up, man? How you doing, man? What's up? What's new with you?
I'm okay. So since the last show, I have had like some absolutely incredible epic times. So after one of my streams the other night, Wicked from Just Wipe It was like, "Hey, why don't you log into WoW?" I'm like, "Okay, you're kind of weird, but whatever. I'll come play WoW with you in the middle of the night." Okay. So I log in, get the loading screen. I'm like, I'm in a raid team. Like, and then I'm getting ported to the Black Gate. And then we're killing RG. And I got my moose. They did it on their, like at the end of their raid night. Everybody stuck around late to help me get the kill. Like people were having to leave. Like it was awesome. It was absolutely epic. Big thank you. I know this isn't shout outs, but just White Pig, y'all are awesome. And it was really cool. So I beat Warcraft. I have my moose. I'm 13-13 heroic.
Yeah, you've beat the game.
And yeah, I'm done. There's no such thing as mythic. Don't say that. We'll talk about it later. Other than that, Overwatch is back. Bell already talked about it, but oh my gosh, I've been getting down on that Tracer.
Dude, you gotta teach me some Tracer, man.
Dude, you just gotta play with her, and you gotta understand, like, you're not going to kill something. You're gonna run around and annoy things.
It's annoying to fight Tracers, man.
Oh, I know.
It's like, where is she? She's over here. She's over there. It's like, what the heck, man? I can't even find her half the time.
She is my, like, any character that plays like Murky in Heroes that's just there about like harassment and annoyment. Like, that's me. I am here to harass and annoy you. But no, that was great. Rating's been great. I've just been having a really, really good time with video games. Even got to play some Call of Duty with Nav. So that's great.
Was the rage real?
Call of Duty.
Was the rage real?
Okay, so we had this. We've had a couple nights where he was okay, and he was like, "Man, I'm not really raging out in this. I'm kind of liking the Call of Duty."
Wow, that's such a good Nav.
And then after that, it's like last night. It's beep beep. Yes. I can't play like this. I need to go in the other room. It was. Awesome. I'm sorry, Nav. It was like totally like Call of Duty rage, Nav. And it was really good. But no, we've been having a blast doing that, and it's cool getting to hang out with them again. So
yeah, man, that was cool, man.
I don't get why people play things that make them so angry.
Because they're fun. Because when you're not angry, it is so satisfying. And to turn, like, it can turn on a dime. You go from being so like angry and you want to break everything and like burn the world down to like utter triumph. It's just it's a range of emotions.
There's no more rage realer than video game rage, too, man. That video game rage, dude, in that instant, you'll hurt somebody.
I know.
You'll hurt somebody. It's like road rage times 10.
Like, I will like save the last little bit of like a 50 cents cola to like drink later because like money. But I will darn sure break an $80 Xbox controller over some Call of Duty and not think twice about it. I mean, I will chuck that thing across.
That's what I'm talking about.
But
well, the chat room is like totally with you.
That's what I'm talking about.
And yeah, PvP and WoW, it's the same thing. It's something a switch flips when it's other people killing you,
wrecking you. Yeah, like you can lose to a raid boss a million times, but when someone else beats you, and then they like teabag you or just mess with you, it's just like no, man, no.
Yep.
No.
I've been getting a little Overwatch rage, to be honest, but that's
you see the Overwatch like swag I got on right now?
Oh my gosh,
I know you're keeping it real tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Sal, what have you been up to?
Well, first of all, if anyone saw my Twitter feed yesterday, I've been up to my ears in computer parts. It was really hard to like shove all the computer guts like out of the shot for today's show because it's all like still out, and boxes are open, and I've got like 2 computers just open with like hard drives running on hard drives. They're laying on the floor. It's bad. It's bad what's going on right here. But I think with the help with you guys and like Navox for sure, and a few people on Twitter, I've diagnosed the problem, and I know I need to get a new hard drive.
Okay.
So I was really frustrated yesterday. Then this morning I realized I was just tired and cold because it's really cold in New York this past weekend. And I came home from work and took a nap. Took a little rage nap. And I feel great now.
Nap.
Rocking my old computer. We'll see if it holds up. But I did do something really, really cool. Cuddles, you were there when AIE and CTR, the guilds, came together last weekend. So AIE, that's the that's the Scott Johnson joint. Like I guess he started it back in the day. And like all the like frog pants type stuff. Well, so many people came from AIE to CTR. back when CTR just first came into existence. So there is a lot of like bloodlines there, you know. There's a lot of friendships and things like that. So it does totally make sense that AIE had this event and they wanted us to help out. What they did, it was a gnome run. So anyone in AIE or CTR could roll a gnome, but it's mostly AIE doing that. And they rolled them all on Airy Peak, which I thought was super cool. And the CTR folks were there to kind of be on the offensive, you know, like get rid of all the mobs so they can
like
run
their
around.
protectors.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's
the
right. They
bodyguards.
called us
Yeah.
protectors.
We're the prot squad.
Yeah. And the thing is, there was just about as many gnomes as there were protectors. Like, there's so many of us. It was all together, it was about 100 people.
That's a pretty good turnout.
From you know, all together. So many gnomes, and we kept everyone alive for the most part. And we went in and totally throttled Vol'jin, Chief Vol'jin in Orgrimmar.
That's awesome.
And it was fun. We ran from Nomergon, like on foot, through Stormwind, across the boat Darnassus, and then ran down to Orgrimmar from there.
Was anybody wondering like what was going on? Like people that weren't in the guild, like
Yes.
what in the world is going on here?
Yes. In fact, we picked up a few people that were like, "Oh, this is where the gnomes are going. What's going on? Oh, what's going on?"
Yeah, that's cool.
We definitely picked up a few people along the way, which was fine and awesome. And so many screenshots happened on Twitter that day. There's one I was really proud of. So we had these like by the time we got there, level like 3 gnomes, all like inside of Grommash Hall, like shooting at Vol'jin. And there's all these like gnomes like laying dead on the floor, as well as these level 3 gnomes, you know, just still doing it. I was photo of a priest just knocking them out.
That's cool.
And then our friend War Chief Vol'jin was there actually on Airy Peak, and he was stood there in the corner crying. You know, the person who's in our chat room all the time.
Yeah. The
was
war chief,
following us around, and we had some good screenshots of that. That was definitely my favorite thing that I've done in the past like 6 months in WoW. What did you think, Cuddles? It was fun, yeah?
I had an absolute blast. Like, it was my first time meeting anybody really, like, to speak of from AIE. Like, I mean, I've hung out with some of them. I know a lot of people have tunes in both realms, but this was the first time that I ever really hung out with AIE. It was an absolutely incredible time. Just seeing these two guilds come together in such a really cool way, it kind of speaks to the community that both groups have built, and how lucky we both are to have these two amazing groups to be a part of. I know we say it a lot that CTR is this beautiful kind of unique jewel, and AIE seems to be just that way too. Like at first I thought filthy hordes, but you know, I didn't see them trying to put spikes on anything the whole time. It was great. We had to remind them a few times to pick up after themselves, but
You know, they're
for
horde.
the most part, they were pretty good. It was nice.
Belshnickel, you came over from Horde, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was back and forth. Like my original Warcraft character was Alliance, and then I found out that Tink and Hot Tub and a bunch of my other college buddies were over on Boulder Fist Horde, so I switched over.
Tink.
Yeah. So then I was Horde long. I raided more Horde when I was on Alliance. It was pretty much just leveling and kind of just goofing around. So, but yeah, when I came over to Airy Peak, it was from a Horde side.
Horde side. Okay, we should move on, huh?
Let's do it.
Why don't we go ahead and jump on into our main event and bring
Yes.
Dr. Pope in here?
The Doctor.
We were talking earlier. He's still like dressed for work, I think.
He's a cool dude, man. We got to talk a while at BlizzCon, at the meetup, the Well Played party.
Well, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Put everybody in
Yeah.
one spot.
There he is.
Oh, stop, please.
What's going on, my man?
Just living life in lovely Browns. No, it's actually Harlingen, Texas this weekend or this week. So
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
sitting here in my scrubs. Just got out of surgery a little bit ago, and glad to see the crew, the lovely Sal, the effervescent Belle, and of course the magnanimous Cuddles. So,
Wow.
Oh,
We all got adjectives.
I
I
tell you,
feel
I can write up
special.
pretty thick, you know.
Dr. Pope, it's good to see you, man. It really
Good to
is.
see you guys,
It's always
too.
good to have you on the show, man.
Absolutely. Hopefully things won't crash. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed.
The unique thing about Dr. Pope too is every time you get him on the show, he's going to have a different background. You know what I mean?
Oh,
He's,
my
you know, he
God.
travels so much and he's doing
He's
his
going to
thing.
be
So
in some hotel
you
room.
never know what you're going to see behind him.
This is the lovely Residence Inn. So, I spend lots of money on hotels. So, no, unfortunately, the old Fortress of Solitude is no more. But I got a new one, so that's a good thing. So,
Yeah, yeah. So catch us up, man. The last time we saw you, we were sitting there at the Well Played party,
Right.
having a good time. It was good to actually sit down and talk with you a little bit, but kind of catch us up a little bit. What have you been up to so far in games since then, or just in general, really?
Let's see. Went from mythic relationship to looking for girls.
Okay. Okay.
I've actually been with Warfront, and I really want to make this more about the idiots and abrasive folks over at Warfront. Went over there. Oh my God, it's probably been close to a year. And as Sal mentioned, we are 5 of 13 mythic and bashing our heads up against Gorfiend. So, surprise, surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But no, everything. I had a blast at the BlizzCon, getting to meet everyone live for the first time, and I actually got to meet Tink, who lives in Austin, and got to sit down with everyone. And Cuddles, I have to say, you were quite the trooper for sitting there as long as you were, talking to everybody. So, props to you, sir.
Here's the funny thing: had they not given me a mic, that's exactly what I would have done anyway. It would have just been a little bit weirder. So it was really nice.
We just channeled that energy in a direction that was useful.
Exactly.
Well, very good. It was the sugar-free Red Bull and vodka that kind of helped me through the night. So it was a good time. But yeah, no, we came on a great team run by the leader Therenzia. I think a lot of the folks are in chat, and it's kind of the team. I came from my other team Outside the Box, which was more of a family and friends team. This is kind of like a drunk frat party.
Yeah. Huh.
It's we've got folks. Basically, the term you hear the most in our raid chat is abrasive. So we've got I think it's Daddy, Hellion, and a few other folks. It's you kind of listen in on some of the Twitch streams, and there's always those 2-3 folks that just take over. Mumble, and those guys just rock it out. Yeah, I just sit there and just listen and laugh and take it on.
You had a pretty good squad of people representing, man, in the chat room today, man. They're like,
They were
it
all
was full of
excited.
people, man. They were excited for some Dr. Pope.
Oh, they gave me the whole roster, so I have to make sure as I say somebody's name, I check them off. It's like
There's so many people in the chat room like here for you tonight. There really is.
Well,
No, I know you said it before, but remind us who the who's the raid leader? Who was that?
So it's Therenzia. So
Okay.
he's a mage, and him and Caitlin, Caden, I'm sorry, they battle for top spot on DPS. I just did that to piss him off, but
Oh.
so really good group of folks. Really enjoyed it. Actually, I'm kind of disappointed. I was the only male healer on the team until we picked up Elfine, this monk. So I was, I had my little harem. Well, yeah. But the team is.
I like it.
Oh,
I like it. I like it.
Okay. So I remember the last time I actually spoke with you. The last time I spoke with you was when I flubbed the interview to get on this raid team.
Uh-huh.
And I realized that I'm not mythic enough to talk to you anymore.
You know
That's what
what?
happened?
You're mythic in life. You may not be mythic in WoW. I was just happy to get my moose. To be honest
Oh my
with.
gosh.
And then when we start pushing into mythic, it is such a step upward. And to get to 5 of 13 is really truly a testament to what the team has done. Being the disc healer, I bubble, and I don't stand and stuff, and I bubble some more. And we've got a really outstanding group of guys from. There's too many folks to really call out, but folks like Nin, I actually boosted. I bought my Legion, pre-pack, and I boosted a Ret Pally. And Nin has helped me out, and we've got from Daddy and Hellion, who are the abrasive twins, to Seraph, who is sort of the team punching bag. The guy who says something and then everyone just kind of jumps on him. But we've got some, and I think you guys actually met Pasha, who was our. She was at with her boyfriend, and we've got Knocked and martial artists.
No. We are well acquainted with Pasha.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Definitely.
So a great team, and like I said, we've I think we've been in Mythic for 2 or 3 months. I know the crew probably in chat probably kind of telling me what exactly we did, but we blasted. But I think we're 100 and something polls into Gorfiend right now, and it's the raid killer.
Yeah.
It is. We're 94, 93%, 94%, but we've got a good strat, and we've been getting down into the 60s and. So supposedly the next 2 or 3 weeks, if we can get most of folks on, we'll try to push past and start moving on up.
Just a matter of time.
Head Shrink in the chat room says that you don't bubble them.
No, because there's this thing that if you're nice, I bubble you. If you're an idiot, I just happen to, Healbot. Sometimes those buttons don't
idiot
work.
Though.
Yeah, or even just disappears from Healbot.
That's right.
Just disappears. Like I couldn't heal you if I wanted to.
Those little purple boxes sometimes don't show up. So the warlocks don't get bubbled and the hunters don't get bubbled, and they've got this really annoying thing. Does these little engineering toys where it zaps you from one side to the other. The displacer. The guys in the chat.
I love those.
Yeah.
The world displacer, or what's it when you switch with somebody?
Yeah.
I got yelled and cussed at one time for that.
It's we have a lot of fun. It's pretty hardcore. It's we're
Swap
on
Blaster.
Swap
Thanks,
Blaster. There we go. So we go, beating our heads. We go from 7:30, or it's actually 6:30 to 9:30 Tuesdays and Thursdays. We've got a 5-minute break. We're bunk. We call it the bunk poo break because he's got his, bowel time
schedule.
Very regular.
It's regular. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's good. That's admirable.
It was exactly what it is. It's 8 o'clock. Bunk's gone, and hopefully he's back in time. So. They keep you in stitches. I don't talk very much on Mumble because number one, there's usually no space to really hear anything. But those guys really they do well, and a lot of the folks really contribute. But Thor has really done a great job of bringing us to kind of where we are today.
Good stuff.
So tell us a little bit about. For folks that might not know you, that didn't have the pleasure of sitting down and meeting you at BlizzCon, who is Dr. Pope?
I'll give you the 30-second elevator speech. Went to University of Texas, engineering, medical school. I was a stripper in college.
Nice.
I worked for LeBaire. My stage name was Yankee Spirit. My theme song was "You Can Leave Your Hat On" by Joe Cocker, and my signature dance was the chair dance. And then from there,
can you still do these moves, or has that?
30 years ago, Bill.
Yeah, that's been some time.
Are you for real?
I am for real. I was a contract dancer for LeBaire in lovely Austin, Texas, which was like I said,
Mike over here.
Yeah. 30 pounds 30 years ago, but I hear that song, the knee starts shaking.
Yes.
I can still work it a little bit.
Damo.
The postman, the conjoint, and yeah. I still have the outfit. I can't wear it anyway. Sal,
what do you mean outfit?
Oh, please! I was a professional.
Right.
The white boots.
Small thing, right?
The white shorts, the white leather tassel jacket. Ooh. Of course, we're talking about the '80s, so I had the white headband and then the around the bicep.
Dude, I can see it.
It was.
Pope was killing it back in his day, man. He was killing it.
No, to be very honest with you, not a lot of Sports Illustrated swimsuit models come to male entertainment shows. It's usually, the people who don't have dates that night.
Sure,
know,
sure.
and
Isn't it just?
So,
I think we've lost Sal for the rest of the show.
I seem
Yeah,
to.
Sal's done.
Yeah,
let's
Sal.
talk about Warfront.
The visual was just too much for Sal to handle.
Isn't it like hen parties and stuff? Like
Hen parties?
hen parties. What's the
Hen-
bachelorette parties?
Oh, bachelorette parties. No, actually, I actually turned in my go-go boots. We were under contract to do Hot Summer's Night, which was for the gay community, and I just, hey, money's money. I can jingle my dingle, for dollars any time.
Hey, you got to eat, right? You got bills.
Cuddles, you're speechless. I am shocked.
Hey, I'll jingle my dingle for money as well, my friend.
Hey, money's
Anybody
money.
out there, cuddles at convertedpodcast.com.
Yeah, Cuddle's got family to feed, man. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, it's been good. I kind of went back to bachelorhood, and then, like I said, General Zod and her kind of troop of divorce lawyers took over the Fortress of Solitude.
General Zod. I like that.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to say anything because I have I have legal paperwork that says I can't say anything on social media. So,
Except for General Zod
yeah, she won't.
and the comparison.
She won't get the
All right.
But no, it's still traveling the U.S. Doing a lot of sort of complex spine, mostly early onset or adult idiopathic scoliosis, and enjoying it, and really looking forward to BlizzCon next year. I miss you guys, and I'm still on the GroupMe channel, so I still see all the texting and all the people posting. And I have to say, one of my highlights was that photo of Tank that I got on.
Oh man,
of him just OMS. You can just throw peanuts in there all day long.
that was like perfect. I think you have that, Cuddles, because you have that people to see. Like that is, and there's some background to this because Tank is Mr. Like you post a picture in GroupMe, it could be a picture of like you with a fawn, in the forest in a beautiful moment, and he will meme that thing until you want to cry. So Pope did the world a favor. He did the world a favor.
Pope, did you know about this about like Tink's like memeing when you gave us this gift?
I did not know that. I just, I had a great time with Belle, and I sat for hours talking with Tank and everything, and we were on the flight back to Austin since we're both there, and I walked back to use the facilities, as they say, and there he was, just out like a little baby. I just wanted to stick my finger in his mouth or do something.
I would almost say we should offer a prize.
Our previous conversation makes this one way different than it would have been.
Yeah, it does. We should offer a prize, like a converted prize for like the best meme of that picture. I mean,
it's a good one.
I will tweet that out right now.
Please do.
I have a prize in here somewhere that would actually be really cool.
Tweet it with your push link to the picture so folks can get an unplayed with nice full image.
And then we'll have Tink on some time to talk about it.
Absolutely, because he's got to have some, some.
We got to have Tink on as well to talk about it.
Is that Mr. Bean next to him, by the way?
I think so.
It kind of looks like Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean is sleeping.
I'm just worried about where Tink's hand is, because that guy seems to have a very strange look on his face. But
rather intrigued, but not. Yeah.
I really brought down the quality of this podcast tonight.
Oh no, we're.
I don't think this has ever happened to this extent on this show. Wow. Wow. I think I've got mascara on my face.
I know. I got like the Spilkies and the Schwetzkies going on the little nose there. I was gonna take a nap, but I was worried I was gonna mess up my hair, whatever's left of it. I'm getting close to the.
You got more hair than me, man.
It's gonna come off when I'm in surgery. It's just it's coming off in droves.
Really?
And then beating your head against gore feed week after week. I'm not gonna.
That'll do it.
Yes.
Let me ask you a little bit of a kind of serious question. That you just mentioned banging your head against Gorfine, and if anybody's heard me talk lately, I've been getting really frustrated with Archimond, and I looked the other day, I have 24 wipes on him. You guys are almost at 100 on Gorfine.
Yeah.
Like how do you do that? What is it? Just a different mentality of like going in, or what is it?
It really is. There is one saving grace for that fight, that if the folks get sucked into Gorfine's stomach, it'll reset. So you'll get 4, 5, 6 people who can do a mass res or res the folks. So it's not like you got to do a full run back. Nin pops out the scrap bot so we can at least repair there every so often. But it's so frustrating. We've got Nock and Pasha and sometimes Marshall tanking on it. And when you look down at the timer, you're like, all right, boss fight ended after a minute 24 seconds. 94% health. It can be really demotivating at times, but we've got a new strat that some of the folks came up with, and like I said, it is purely a mechanics fight. We've actually got to the point now where we don't even beat on the boss. It's all about ad management. And really leading up to it with all the other mythic content, yes, there was mechanics you had to worry about, and there was switching places. Gorfine is a completely different boss fight. We've got great DPS that's pumping out, and the healing group is top notch, but it's so easy. There are so many timers that you have to watch. You can break this person out. This person's got to die. And then the mechanics of, do you touch the wall or do you run to the spot to get sucked into the stomach? So, I don't want to use my age as a crutch or anything, but I tell you, there are so many timers going off and you're watching. And then if you get to the feast phase, then you're going to start running into the little ghosty spirits to get rid of your debuffs. So it's a rinse and repeat, but it's all about mechanics. And I think, they were talking about probably the next 2 to 3 weeks we'll get there. But you start looking at the boss, deaths, you're like 115, 125, and you're just like, what the hell,
Mm-hmm.
I know on Black Hand we were probably as close or maybe a little bit more. But if you take a look at some of the upper end guilds or even the guilds now, they're in sort of that range. It's you start getting into the flow of things, and the mechanics kind of follow right in behind it. So that's tomorrow night.
Right on. There you go. Only like 150, 175 more times, and
Absolutely.
you got it.
And how many nights a week are you guys raiding?
So we're 2 nights a week, Tuesdays and
Okay.
Thursdays, 6:30 to 9:30. We do the 5-minute bump drop, and then for the most part, we've actually brought up the roster. We were right at like 2021, and we've pulled in a few extra folks. I just got to make sure I look at the names. We've got Shoxy and Chubb, who we brought on. We're looking for, I believe, I don't want to misspeak for Threnzy, but I think we're looking for maybe a swing healer as well. As you get toward the end of an expansion or where we're in right now, things happen. We're getting, we went through the winter months and the holidays, and we're getting into the school time and the spring breaks and stuff. And so you got to make sure you have a full roster, and Terenzi is doing a great job. We've got the folks that are there week in and week out, from Nin to Bug, Daddy, Hellion, Deldrick, Caden, Miz, and I, unfortunately for myself, I've probably missed way too many raids. I'm in surgery or I'm traveling and stuff like that. But, it is truly about, the team kind of build, and everyone understands, hey, don't waste everyone else's time. So everyone's usually back from their breaks and whatnot. And, it's, we just pulled in a few extra folks just to make sure if we've got a spot, we're not wasting a night.
Good stuff.
Alrighty.
Somebody want to jump?
Awesome.
Sal,
Well,
still thinking about that go post.
I was
Sal had to come back to.
I was tweeting out the Tinkerbell. Tinkerbella. Bella is how he says it. Tinkerbella. Because he's from the same area that Dr. Pope is from.
Are you still in
Same
Austin?
town.
Do you still live out there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually Leander. It's kind of like in the boonies, kind of west of Austin, but
Cool.
still.
That's an awesome city, by the way. I went down to visit Tink and a couple other guys a couple years ago, and I was really impressed with Austin, man. It's a fun city.
It is. It's good. It took me a while to tweet that picture out, though, because my computer was not having it. It's like one more thing up, like bringing Twitter up and trying to bring up like a picture thing. I'm surprised my computer didn't crash just now.
He's gonna be so mad. He is gonna be so mad.
Oh, he's
No.
gonna be salty. For sure. Like,
I can't wait.
I'm just waiting for a text right now. Like,
Oh.
dude, what the? That's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Well, it's up right now. The converted. What is our converted underscore CTR? We just tweeted that out. I just did that. But tell us about how you got a Twitter, don't you?
I do. It's just Doktorpope. I probably yes with a K, and I probably tweet once a month. I'm going through this paranoia phase of when Legion drops. I've probably watched I think Fat Boss and LOS Gaming have some of the best videos on the new Disc Breeze. And I'm petrified. And once again, it's a completely new turnaround. It's like, all right, when do I heal? When do I DPS? And it's like, all right, new muscle memory, new everything. So it's, Bell, you play Disc. Are you worried about the changes coming up for Disc?
I'm not worried about it yet, because what I'll do is I'll get in there and dibble dabble, and then I'll go online and find out what all the best people are doing, and then try to do it half as good as they can. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not worried about it yet. I've never been one of those players that gets too stressed out about stuff in terms of like what's changing with my class. Because so far I've always been able to figure out what they want and make it work for me. You know what I mean? But I mean, I haven't even looked into it, to be honest with you. But I'm looking forward to playing some Legion. I'll figure it out. If not, I'll just come to you, man. I'll be like, what are we doing now?
Yeah, I do the same thing you do. I look for the best people, and I try to do half as good. Sal, have you jumped on to, or I guess, do you guys have the beta keys, or have you tried to get on?
Sure,
or?
yeah.
We have the alpha, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I rolled like 3 different demon hunters just to see what I could break. I was really trying to break stuff. Didn't quite do it, and I ran through a rogue and a shaman through the class halls as well.
Pretty happy with the chamois?
It's way different. Elemental chamois, as well as enhance is going to be different. We have different. We don't use mana anymore. We use like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like energy, like for a rogue. So oh, cool. I mean, it's different, and totems are different as well. Really, really, really different. So it'll be fun learning something new with the same kind of spells. So
yeah,
I kind of like
all
that
go through that.
Yeah, if it stayed the same all the time, it would be fun.
That's true. But it's just you get so used to it. It's like, all right,
you get comfortable.
Exactly.
You get comfortable. Yeah, all your stuff's working together. All your add-ons are doing their thing.
Totally.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
I've
never had a change that made me want to change my class.
Right.
I've never had a change that said, "I'll forget this. I'm not doing priest anymore."
Maelstrom. Yeah, it's called Maelstrom Power. Thanks, Dark Okies in the chat room. Yeah, this is what our chat room is really for. Is to
fill in the gaps of what we do and do not know about stuff.
Yeah.
What's that thing? It's like, oh, you're kind of like looking at the chat room. You're like, oh yeah, it's this.
Oh yeah, that thing. Thank you.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It was good to talk to you again.
Well, anytime. So just let me know. But once again, I just wanted to, official shout out to Team Warfront. And if I didn't mention your name like Cruel or Yelly or Coney or Star or any of the other folks, I apologize. But
anyone else you want to say? Any other names?
I think I'm looking on my lovely iPhone with like the 30-point font. I think I got Mish, Oxy, Therezia. Oh, Cable, Mad Skills. How can I forget Mad? Our Nin, Seraph. We all beat up on Seraph. I feel sorry for the poor kid. But he's a hell of a... He's whatever he plays. I can't remember.
He's one of those things.
The chat room right now.
So good we can't even remember what you do.
Elta? Look at the chat room.
Oh my God, yeah, they're all blowing up on me. I'm gonna get so much crap tomorrow.
And Mad Skills, everyone's like Warfront. Wow, the chat room is just Warfront.
It's like
hype. Oh, that's Cuddles.
They all need to go live. They could be doing something like I'm supposed to be watching The Bachelor right now, but
you got DVR though, man. You got DVR.
Oh, I know. Poor Ben. I don't know who he's gonna pick.
The Bachelor, though.
I know. See, I could be the next Bachelor.
I've
But,
never watched The Bachelor. You should do The Bachelor, man.
yeah, but they
What's the
look into
deal?
your background and everything, and they would find some stuff in there that
They'd find some pictures.
Oh,
They'd see it like a Yankee Doodle Dandy. That's what they'd see.
Yankee Doodle Dandy. Thank you very much. Yankee Spirit, please.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
and with that, Dr. Pope,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on, man.
I do a little
was-
mic drop and walk off to the right.
It was really good to see you again.
Well, thank you very much.
definitely.
I enjoyed it again. So
Yep.
Looking
if
forward
you
to seeing you next year, man, at the con.
yeah,
this
if you
year.
make it down Florida way, make sure you let Belle and I know.
I will definitely do so. And Sal, if I'm up in New York, wink, wink.
Nice.
All right.
Yes. You've been saying that for 6 months. I don't know.
I know.
All right, have a wonderful night, Doctor.
Hey, have a good night, man. Thanks again for coming on. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Look
That's
at me
awesome.
giggling like a schoolgirl.
The Pope, man. I love that dude, man. He's just a cool dude. You know, it was awesome hanging out with him at the well played party. Got to sit down and just chat a little bit, and good stuff, man. Good stuff.
So why don't we go ahead and why don't we bring Mr. Nate in here?
Yes. I miss Nate. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah,
Cannot take-
Dr. Pope was really really good. I remember sitting down and talking to him, and I was like, "So you're Dr. Pope?" Like, "Oh, well, are you really a doctor?"
He's like, yes.
They're like, "Yeah, I do," and said what he said that he did, and then I was just like, "Oh, okay, that sounds really cool, actually."
You're like, and I'm Cuddles, man. I like to hug people.
I have a
Wanna hug?
neck beard and work on people's computers.
Yeah, that's sexy
I have a
too,
few
okay?
computers around here for you.
I don't do that. You need an Exchange server? I got you. You need your computer fixed like that? Not me. Oh,
What's going on, Nate? Oh yeah,
you're muted.
You're muted, my friend.
We're going to hand puppet. Hey, my name is Nate. I'm going to talk about raid stuff today. I like to mute my Skype, and my microphone doesn't work.
But I'm
I'm
still
Just
bearded.
beautiful.
Pretend.
Oh,
We'll just
beautiful.
guess what Nate's gonna say tonight.
So
Serious
this
update,
week
though.
in raiding news, there was some teams, and they killed some raid bosses.
Warfront is 5 of
Five.
13 mythic.
That's all I got.
Um,
Hmm.
let's see. He said a bunch of stuff that he was gonna say. Actually,
You said
was
it's
gonna
good.
How
say-
about now?
Oh, we got
Oh!
you now.
there he is.
Oh,
Got you
there
now.
we go. Technology.
You
Hooray.
had me scared for a minute.
You did the thing.
It did
now
the
let's
thing.
do the thing.
So what you got,
How's it
Nate?
going, guys?
It's going good, man. How you doing?
It's going great. It's good to
It's
see
been a while,
you.
bro. I kind of miss you, man. Like
I know.
you
I don't know what the hell's going on anymore.
Yeah, like you know.
I literally, I have no idea what's going on anymore. I haven't raided in like a month, maybe
Wow.
longer.
Yeah.
I don't like. I'm at that point now where I'm like, whatever. When's Legion coming out?
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I log in to do officer things, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go do other stuff now.
Well, and there's so much stuff out now to play too. Like Diablo is reinvigorated, and Overwatch, and I mean, there's just so much stuff, man. Like, it's like we need more time.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you playing other games? Like, what else you playing, man?
I've been playing a lot of Diablo, but that's pretty
Yeah.
much it.
Right on. Right on. I need to get in there. I might hit you up. For
Dude,
a power
it's been
level,
good.
man.
This season 5 has been awesome. Like, I played the first season a little bit. But I'm back in it, man. I'm loving some D3 right now. Well, I
Yeah.
wasn't maybe yesterday. But whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Cuddles, let me know if you want to hop in there if I'm on
Yeah,
and you're
man.
on, because
No,
I'll totally help boost you up.
I miss you, man. I want to come hang out. So what's going on? What's going on with raiding people before we get to like bro love in here?
Well, it looks like it's slowing down. Like it looks like everybody's kind of wrapping up where they want to be. So we're getting less and less new kills every week. So we'll be doing a little more in depth this week because I just want to have something to talk about.
Woo!
So let's start with We Pull It All has plucked normal Iskar, and they're now 11 of 13 normal. Sounds like they'll be moving on to Manaroth. HTX and Room with a Moose have both finished up normal Archimon, and they're now 13 of 13 normal. Sunday Mass Resurrections fulfilled Kilrog's prophecy and killed him, moving to 5 of 13 heroic. We've got For the Win, Room with the Moose, and 9 to Midnight have all stuffed their fists down Gorfine's throat, moving to
For the
6
win.
of 13 heroic.
Corfine getting fisted.
Whoa.
Wow.
I didn't say it. Again, I didn't
that'll
say
be
it.
episode. The converted episode 74.
Keep going, Nate.
Wow.
Wow. Good. Yeah.
At least Cuddles is the editor. Cuddles is editing stuff anyway, so.
The hardcores, they're riding a wave of momentum and downed Heroic Zakuun, and they're up to 7 of 13 heroic. The Hydro Volunteer Fire Department and Marginally Competent have joined the Moose Club by downing Heroic Archimond, and they're now 13 of 13 heroic. Congratulations to them. Thank you, Eli, for posting that news about Hydro Volunteer Fire Department on the forums. Threvel Midnight survived the Mythic Cormorant Pool Party, and they're now 3 of 13 Mythic. I can do numbers tonight. This is great. And then last but not least, Stoic has 2 new Mythic kills this week. They got Mythic Iskar and Mythic Socrathar down, and they're now 8 of 13 heroic.
Dang.
Whoa.
Okay. Jeez.
Thanks to Viol for sending that along on the forums, and I miss you guys too.
Right on.
So
Good stuff, man.
Okay, so Hots and Plots sent me a DM, and I don't know Twitch or how to do any of that stuff, and yeah, so here we go. Everyone's Raven Dresden also did the same thing. Where is that on Twitch? I don't even know.
It's in the bottom corner next to your chat box.
there's a little like
There's a
chat
little,
bubble icon.
yeah, little thing to do the thing.
Oh, I have a pop out. Okay,
Yeah.
well, hot. I can't speak. You know what?
Hagen.
I'll do the thing.
You can call her Hagen.
I always get her name. I can't say it right.
Yeah. Well, Nate, we got
But-
any other crazy stuff going on in this crazy world of Warcraft raiding?
Nope, not really.
Right
Not that I
on.
know about. Barf passed along in the chat room that Call Kenny Loggins got heroic Iskar, Rubber Chickens killed heroic Iskar and Socrathar. I don't know why that's not updating on the progress site. Poke your raid leader and tell them to keep your roster up to date.
Ooh, we
Cool.
shall do that. Well, thank you for all the hard
Yeah,
work
man.
that you do as our head raid liaison. Thanks for coming on the show, Nate. Have a wonderful night, my friend. We appreciate you.
Take it
You
easy,
guys
my
too.
man.
See you in a
Good
couple
seeing you
weeks.
Yeah. Right. And you know what that means, folks? There's only one special time of night, and that means it is time. Belle, what time is it?
Time for tea. Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get the lovely
get
Miss
G, man.
Tourarts in here.
He's playing some D3, man. That's good to hear.
Woohoo! Oh man, so good to hear from Nate again. It's
It is.
all right.
What's up,
Hey,
T?
What's going on,
Not
boss?
much. How are you guys?
Doing good, man. Good to see you, as always.
Yes. So I got some stuff to talk about, but first, let me go over events we have coming up. Steph is going to be running a Temple and Ruins of AQ night on February 26th, and it starts at 6:30 server. She has that it'll go to 8:30 server. I don't know how long it'll take you guys. She's doing achievements and stuff. So if you want to go hang out and run some AQ, get some transmog gear, maybe some pets, that's the 26th, and go ahead and sign up on the forums. Also, I know you guys talked about this at the beginning of the show, but a huge shout out to everyone who participated in the Gnome Run. I personally couldn't be there because, I work on Saturdays, but I saw the video, I saw the pictures. It looked like it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys for doing that, especially Sal, Cuddles, and Wares. I think you three really helped get stuff together.
I just yelled a lot. That was the busiest Mumble channel ever. That was so much fun. I would do that in a heartbeat. Definitely.
She Serene, who from AIE was kind of our liaison with them, she's like, do you think we'll have people show up? I'm like, I hope so. And then someone was like, yeah, we had like 40 people. I'm like, thank God. Whew, we had lots of people show
Yeah,
up.
lots of people. Lots of
Yep.
people showed up on both sides.
Yeah, we had 40. They had 68 the last I heard, and that was before their
Wow.
final count. So
Oh wow.
well over 100. It was nice.
And they gave out raffle prizes even to some CTR members. So that
Oh,
was
that's
pretty
awesome.
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I say it was a successful, goodness words, event, and I'm really glad we were able to come together. So again, thank you to everyone who helped out. I couldn't be there, but it looked like it went well. And then I kind of have a spiel to give tonight. So I'll give this spiel and then I'll have to explain because it's kind of changed since Friday when I tweeted about it. So yeah, let's get started with that. Okay. We all started this year bright-headed and goal-driven. Our plans to train harder, pay more attention to our neglected alts, and spend less time swapping stories at the tavern were forgotten after a mere few hours. However, there is still hope as we look on towards 2016 to make ourselves better players. How, you might ask? We must prepare for the Legion. I am looking for talented, gifted, willing to work for free individuals to help put together guides to prepare us for the unknown challenges we will face. These guides will be targeted towards fighting the toughest battles against the worst enemies known to raiders. We must be able to prevent the return of Sargeras. These guides are of the utmost importance in order to give ourselves a fighting chance. If you feel you have what it takes to trade both newcomers and veterans alike, please seek out Turarts immediately. The Legion has had years to prepare, and you are our only hope in preventing the looming destruction of Azeroth. Okay, so that was that.
I like
Wow,
that.
that
That
is
was good. I
prepared.
like that.
She
Yeah, like I was
kept
kind of
that.
getting kind of hyped.
So a lot of people have boosted 100s and have asked, when are we doing boot camps again? And over the past week, I was like, you know what? Why don't we do them now? And I talked to a few people who are in alpha, and I knew they were kind of redoing classes, but I didn't realize how much they were redoing classes. So instead of doing boot camps now, and then when pre-patch drops in a year, or not a year, it better not be a year, in a month, 2 months, 6 months, having to do them again, we're just going to hold off on boot camps. So that little spiel was kind of to get people excited about doing boot camps. Now I have certain people that I would love to ask who I hope, like a Comp Knows Rogues, that would be able to host a boot camp because they're really good at that class or that spec. But I'll definitely need to fill in the other ones. And I'm not an alpha. So if you're an alpha, you've been playing, you know what's going on, please get a hold of me if you want to host a boot camp. Just because there's a lot of prep that goes in behind it. It's something we need about a month for, from the time I'm like, hey, I need people, to the time we do it. So just start thinking about it, start preparing, get excited, because I want to have every spec covered, because a lot of them are just kind of being uprooted and torn apart and then shoved back in the ground. So, start thinking about it. Also, since we do have a lot of people who are rolling classes and specs they've never done before, I was talking to Pasha, and I don't know if you guys remember when we did our Rating 101 18 months ago when Siege was out with the Flex with Prize. We're going to look at doing another Rating 101 again. That way, for those of you who are rolling new classes, we can kind of dive into, Hellfire. Although the first boss is kind of boring, the second boss really hits the mechanics hard, and really try and get excited about raiding, get some basics down before the pre-patch comes and changes your entire spec. So at least you kind of have a groundwork for raiding. So if you would be interested in helping out with the Rating 101, please let me know. I know I definitely have some people that will fill spots for sure, but ideally I'll need one tank, a couple healers, a couple melee, and a couple range, and then the rest will fill with new 100s. So just kind of something to think about if you feel like you could help with that. So, lots of things to think about in the future. We probably have a couple months still to the boot camps, but I want people to really start thinking about, if you want to host one, what you would want to host, and kind of start preparing, especially if you're an alpha, because you kind of have access that other people don't to see what these changes are going to bring.
Cool.
So yeah, that's basically it for me tonight.
Awesome stuff,
Hopefully-
T. T brought it tonight.
Way to go. That was great.
Oh wow,
So-
way to be prepared.
I did.
Let me ask you, can I pull the
Yes.
sound from that and use it in other places too?
Yeah, go for it. So yeah,
Sweet.
that's fine.
Sweet. And you got me for a boot camp if a better brewmaster doesn't show up.
Awesome. Yay.
Which, yeah.
I say I've done boot camps I think twice since I've become the event planner head, and the ones we were able to fill were successful, but I think I've maybe had like a third of the class specs filled. So I would like to get 80% once we do this next boot camp. So I really want to start kind of plugging it now. So if you know people, because I'm really poor with following up on who's good in classes in the guild. If you know people, poke me, be like, hey, this person's on my raid team. They're awesome. Talk to them. ctrguildevents@gmail.com. I check it all the time. I really want to make this an awesome boot camp to set us up for a really great expansion as a guild and as players try and make themselves better. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right on.
that's it. That's all I have tonight.
Awesome, T.
All right. Well, thank you
All
so
right.
much, and thank you for your hard work, T.
Yeah.
Thank you
Have
so
a good
much.
night, guys.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Yo, T was killing it tonight, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you forgot to ask if you can
Awesome.
add some auto tune to it too when you do the thing.
I wasn't gonna ask.
All right.
I just asked if I could use the audio.
Make it hype, man. Make it hype.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be good.
There's gonna be a bass drop somewhere. in there.
Why is Sal
A
like giving us
bass
that look?
drop.
A bass drop. I'm gonna drop the beat.
Drop the bass. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it when you get beatbox. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude.
I
Okay.
should not be allowed
so-
to do that on the internet.
No, yeah, it's all right, man. It's all right.
There's another Florida meetup happening, right?
Woohoo!
Dude,
Yes.
is that thing legit, man, or what? Like,
Yeah,
that's legit.
that's legit gonna happen. There will be a event posted before my next show, so before Thursday. I
Okay,
will have an event up on Eventbrite.
that's the Ren Fair, right?
That is March 19th. Is the Bay Area Renaissance Festival. If you're familiar with the Tampa Bay area, it is right outside of Mosey, which is a wonderful little kids museum there. In a nice big. It's been there for years. It's awesome. It's great. It
It's
is
near
the
Busch Gardens too.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is. It's within like 4 or 5 miles of Busch Gardens. So it is the very last weekend of the Renaissance Festival there in Tampa Bay, and it is Barbarian Brew Fest weekend. They've now released the craft beers that they're going to have there. There's going to be the Florida State Archery Competition. They're going to have barbarian vendors there. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like I'm going to have
Barbarian
to
or
spend money.
Bavarian?
Barbarian.
Okay.
Barbarian Brewfest. For any of those out there that fancy themselves a barbarian, there is also a best beard contest. So
Yes,
I'm just saying,
I'm voting for you, my man. I'm voting for you.
I'm gonna bring the neck beard. There is a most unique beard category, so we'll see. But no, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're instead of like going somewhere and sitting down and having to be like feel like the day is gonna end. I've done Ren Raid up in Wisconsin. This is wing 2 of the Ren Raid, and this is, I mean, going to a Renaissance festival with your WoW friends is just, it's almost like being in Azeroth with them, and like walking around and like Stormwind.
That's gonna be cool.
There's like all these things going on, and there's so many shows there. The Bay Area Renaissance Festival is top notch. So come out. Like I said, I will have a event posted before Thursday of this week.
Cool, good stuff.
Okay. Now to the next one, the shout outs.
Do we want to talk about our Discords?
Oh, sure. If you want to.
Anyone
Oh, you
and
have one.
everyone.
Okay, you have one for the game case now.
I do. Anyone and everyone that can hear our voices, welcome to jump into the new Discord server for the guild. If you would like to join the Convert to Raid guild server, that is discord.converttoraid.com. I'm going to go ahead and throw these links in the chat while I'm talking about them. And then if you would like to join the one for this show, that's bit.ly/converteddiscord. And then as Sal, I wasn't going to bring up my own, but I appreciate you. I do have one for my show, the game case, which is bit.ly/cuddlesdiscord. So go and join those. It's like Skype and Mumble got together, had too many drinks, and had a baby. Skype and Group Me. Always get that wrong. So there's
That's all right, man.
chat, and then there's talk, and it's great.
It's nice. It's really good quality sound too. It sounds really good.
It really is, and it's
yeah.
a nice place to kind of have cool conversations, post funny gifs, and just really have a good time with people.
We started using it at work, actually.
That is awesome. I like it better than Slack, unless you're unless you're using Slack correctly at work, and actually in very, very few teams do. Discord's such a better place to just get together and write some stuff and talk, and it
I've got
team communication a little bit easier.
Most of my team is in Portland, so I have like someone over there, like one person in particular that I just want to like communicate with immediately, and like everyone else I'll type to, and it might take 2 or 3 minutes to get back to me, but I don't want to wait 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes before I get a response. So I just, press my push to talk, go, hey, tap that person on the shoulder, please. Things like that. Or tell jokes, or send photos of bunnies, things like that.
Nice. Yeah, I saw Portland has bunnies. So that brings us to the time of the show. It's a magical time. It's a beautiful time. Guys, type in chat right now. Get your chat room shout outs in, because right now, Sal is going to read some from somewhere else that is not the chat room.
Yeah. Some of these were posted on the Signals Media page that we have. So a lot of this, I have a whole lot from Hagen. Hagen got a hold of me just a little while ago, and I'm kind of pasting some of this together. So first of all, we want to shout out to a few like specific teams. It's a lot. I'm just gonna start reading it. Shout out to Team Stoic. It was a few weeks ago. This Tuesday, we spent some quality time with our buddy Gorefiend. Things got a little rough. One thing led to another, and now he's dead. That's mythic style, for the record, meaning epic fat loots. Warfront. What up, Warfront? Has defeated Mythic Kilrog, this is a few weeks ago, placing them at 5 of 13 Mythic, like I said, and now up against the raid team killer Gorefiend. Edamame Enterprise has plucked all the feathers from Mythic Iskar and probably barbecued him in Fellfire. Next two bosses should be a rather easy takedown for the team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get to 9 of 13 this week. And finally, a warm shout out to all the raid teams of our community. Many have long since progressed through HFC on main characters, only to continue raiding on alts with each other. These teams are the heart and soul of the community. I have been fortunate to pug with many teams while my work hours were in flux, and have always enjoyed my time with each of them. With much love, Hagen. There we go. Thank you, Hagen, for that epic shout out. We have one from, let's see, Darmanda says, I want to give a shout out to 2 people in particular. Cornell for supplying me with gold and packs to make starting this game for the first time so much smoother a transition. That's cool. Let's see, Bigamous. I asked in Guild Chat if someone would help me get to a quest area I hadn't been to yet. He not only was willing, but he took time out of his gaming to run me around the map, opening a ton of flight points for me. Wow, I really appreciated it and wanted to let someone know how helpful these 2 have been. Can you see, that's part of a community, a guild, guys. That's awesome. Someone's new, you help them out.
All right, we got a couple in the chat room as well. Did we have it? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off, Sal.
No, I'm done.
All right,
Totally
good.
done.
Then I did the right thing, and then I backed up, and now I'm doing this thing that's totally wrong.
Yeah, it would have been great.
Eject out of this, and jump into the chat room shout outs if that's okay with the whole team.
You got this, man.
All right. So first and foremost, from Wicked Della, shout out to the Just Wipe It team for coming together to get Cuddles his moose. And shout out to Cuddles for the epic fun we've been having in Overwatch. Taja70 says shout out to Tour Arts for the great segment tonight. Zeph says shout out to Elder Panda, an awesome raid lead. Barf throws a shout out to AIE for Gnomes versus Trolls. And I did see up here that Dr. Pope said that he missed mentioning Daedric. So shout out to Daedric from Dr. Pope. And also just a little bit longer, a little bit past that, for those that are not in the chat room, Dr. Pope is now benched for forgetting to mention one of his teammates. Just a quick
Nice.
update. And shout out to CTR for Gnomes First
Warfront is
Troll.
now looking for a disc priest.
If you got bubbles, hap to Warfront. So that does it for chat room shout-outs, and that brings us into our personal shout-outs. Bell, what you got?
Shout outs, man. I want to give a shout out to my man Nav, which, and the shout out is for taking the time to help Sal, because Sal has literally been going through like some crazy stuff. Like, if you guys were in our group me, like, Sal's been struggling. She's sending screenshots of her monitor, her BIOS, and Navox is being patient and helping her out and throwing in little jabs when he can, keeping Sal laughing, and it's just, he's been helping her out. So I got to give a shout out to Nav. He's been working with Sal, trying to get her back on her feet, because she's been having some problems, man, with her computer, man. She's keeping it like, kind of low key tonight, but man, it's been a kind of a crazy couple days, man. Your computer, man, is like your thing. Everybody that's listening to this, you have your computer. It's like you embrace it, you caress it, you love it. So when it's sick, it needs help. It's good to have friends that can help you out and kind of get you back on your feet. So shout out to Nav for that, helping out Sal.
Oh yeah.
I'll second that. I'll just delete.
Did I just steal your shout out?
I have two more though.
Okay. My bad.
No, you are totally right about Navox. He is a good friend. Oh, there's horns in the background. Okay. I want to shout out someone I should have shouted out last week. And just spaced it. Spencer HD. He helped me get my stream going.
Nice.
I never streamed myself. I didn't know how to do it, and he totally got onto Skype with me or Discord or whatever, and we just walked me through it, and was awesome. Was a really good teacher, and he was in the chat room last week too, and
Yeah.
I just totally spaced it. And gosh, yeah, it's really awesome when your friends come together like that and help you out.
He actually said
also-
that's why he's not in the chat room tonight.
That's not true. Stop it.
No, I'm kidding.
After our post show last week, we're talking about books a lot, and Thule sent me a book about Stockholm, and it's
Wow.
like a classic book that all people from Stockholm have to read. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, I thought that was really cool too. So I had to charge up my Kindle, and that's what I've been doing. So thank you, Thule, a lot. How about you, Cuddles?
I got a couple. I know I will be brief as I can. All the folks that have been coming out. If anybody's been following me on Twitter at all, I'm doing something. It's hashtag Get Serious About Streaming. I really enjoy streaming. I feel like I have a lot of fun. I go to sleep every night with a smile. So I got a schedule. I'm streaming a minimum of 6 nights a week. Like I'm legit doing this thing.
Okay.
So thanks to everybody that's been coming out, that's been playing with me, that's been supporting me. Posh threw me a host last night. Like it's been absolutely wonderful. AIE for the amazing Gnomes vs. Trolls. I know everybody's mentioned that, but this is like my first cross guild event and my very, very first time in Orgrimmar. First time I've ever even seen it.
Oh, wow.
I
That's
couldn't
cool.
even get back there if I had to. I don't even know where it was. But it was an absolute blast. And then I'm gonna break the rules a little by shouting out somebody that's not convert to raid, but the Dark Moon Herald. If anybody has been listening to WoW podcasts for a while, they've been around for quite a while. I had the opportunity to guest on their show. We recorded over the weekend. They have, I will say, the best intro and sounders in all of WoW podcasting.
Yes, they really, really do. Yeah.
They have the Dark Moon Fair music to work with, so they kind of got a leg up on the rest of us. But it's incredible, and I will say at the end of the show, both of them said that they were thinking about rolling on Airy Peak US Alliance side, and they are hardcore long time. Well, Kevin is a hardcore long time Horty, so that was really cool. I had a great time with them. Look for that episode coming out soon.
Kevin was at the CTR, the Well Played party this past year.
It was actually I met them at the Calm Before the Storm and begged them to come.
Cool.
Well, they came, and I had a nice chat with Kevin. And
Isn't he awesome?
yeah, totally. He stopped me to say thank you for the party or whatever, and I was like, "You're Mr. Darkmoon Herald, hey!" And he had his Darkmoon Herald tabard on, and that's really that's cool.
Yeah, they like legit go like over the top and do an amazing job. Like,
Yeah, they do. For sure.
They're really awesome people. So guys, that's going to do it for my shout outs. I got a couple things to say though. If you're listening to this show on iTunes or Stitcher, take a few moments and give us a thumbs up, or hey, maybe even write us a review and tell us how we're doing. We will even give you a shout out. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, leave us a comment, or subscribe. If you'd like to join us live, look us up on twitch.tv/convertedpodcast. Sal, what can they do if they'd like to be in on the show?
Any guildie is welcome to come join in on the fun. Just email us at convertedpodcast@gmail.com and we will hook it up. Join us for the next show on February 29th. It will be the return of Chromie.
Very good.
We'll have him back on.
A little Chromie action. I like
There
it.
we go.
All right.
Oh, well, that is going to
that's-
do it for tonight. Thank you, chat room. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, Belle. Thank you, Sal. Everybody say good
Thank
night.
you, guys. Have a good night, guys.
Good night. You can follow us on Twitter at converted_CTR.
And be sure to follow us on our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast.
Also, follow us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast, and join us live every other Monday at 7 p.m. server.
You can follow me at Summer_Sal
Cuddles at Mullet863.
and Belschnickel at BelschnickelCTR.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really?
All right, and that's the show.
Good stuff, guys.